Someone asked me how to change the drift on a 1903 rear sight. I tried to find a video for them online, but I couldn't find one, so I figured I'd just film one real quick and just post it for everyone. If you first look here, this is actually called a slide cap, and this slide cap is what needs to be removed to change this drift. First thing you need to do is remove that screw, and then there's a little pin right here. You don't have to drive that pin all the way out, you just have to drive it about halfway down. Now, one thing I would caution people, these usually haven't been changed in 70 plus years, so they're usually pretty corroded, pretty rusty. I've broken these screws off before, and they're an absolute nightmare once you break them off. So I'd probably advise you to sit there and put some penetrating oil here and just let it try to soak in overnight before you try this. But once you sit there and do that, just take this screw all the way out, take this pin, drive it about halfway down. If you look on the back side, you can see how I just drove it about halfway out, and it's just still like protruding. But once you do that, this is actually dovetailed in. The slide cap is dovetailed into the slide, and I'll show you what I mean by that. You just push it to the left, and then once you remove your slide cap, you're going to see that the drift has a little nub here, and this has a groove. And then if you look on the end here, this is dovetailed. So that's actually how it goes in. So once you do that, just lift up your ladder, and then this is the actual slide. And if you look here, how I was saying, this is actually dovetailed, and the slide cap is dovetailed. So these two just fit in just like this, and they go together. And then that pin drives in all the way, which keeps that dovetail from moving, and you put in your screw, and that's how it holds the slide and the slide cap together. Now once those are removed, to change your drift, just take your drift and slide it out the top. To replace, just reverse. Just take your drift, slide it down the actual ladder, put your slide underneath, and line up the nub with that dovetail. Again, look at the groove, it's going to go where that nub is. Dovetail to dovetail. So just put that groove onto that little nub, slide it over into the dovetail. You would sit there and drive your pin back in flush, replace your screw, and that's all you got to do to change a drift on a 1903 rear sight. If anyone has any questions, just go ahead and ask.